Typically, December is a slower month for games, but that's not going to be the case this year for the Nintendo Switch 2. I've got 17 games that I've combed through the list of all the releases coming that are worth buying for your system in the month of December, and it is an absolute banger month. So we're going to go through all of them. I'm going to break down their pricing, if they're a key card or not, if they get a full physical version, and all of that fun information that you need to know. And we'll be going through this tier list, ranking them in the must-play category, if I've locked them in for a review, waiting for them, maybe picking them up later, maybe on sale, or just simply not interested. So without further ado, let's get into this list. So first up, to start off this crazy month, we have Marvel's Cosmic Invasion, and I'm very excited about this one. This one is a classic arcade style beat 'em up game that is just looking fantastic. There's a ton of different Marvel characters that are here, ranging from things like common characters like Captain America or Spider-Man, but there's also some more interesting characters here, looking specifically at things like Ghost Rider and characters that we don't see a ton of. So there's a lot of interesting stuff happening in this game. It looks like an awesome beat 'em up. Reminds me a lot of TMNT Shredder's Revenge, which has me pretty excited. And this one's coming in at $30, digital only for the time being. A physical version is coming later down the road next year, and it's coming out on December 1st. Very keen to pick this one up. So for me personally, Marvel's Cosmic Invasion, I'm going to put in the must-play category. I've been following this game for a long time. I'm very excited about it, and I'm definitely going to be picking that one up. Next up, we have an upgrade to the Switch 2 for an older game. We're looking at Red Dead Redemption coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 on December 2nd. Now, this one is a free upgrade, so you can pick up this game and get this running with 60 frames per second, with 4K support and mouse controls. This is an absolutely awesome upgrade. Now, currently, because of the holiday season, you can go to a lot of different places and find this game on sale. So if you pick up the physical version for the game, which I did, where's it at? Boom. I picked up a physical version of this game for 20 bucks at GameStop, and I just have to upgrade it to the Switch 2 version. Very excited. So if you find it right now on sale because of the holidays, you can get it at a pretty good discount. So I would definitely recommend trying to do so. But if you do pick it up on the eShop, it is $50. There's no proper physical Switch 2 release that's coming for this one. It's just going to be an upgrade. So you can buy it on the eShop, or you can buy it physically with the Switch 1 version. So that's just something to note. But yeah, currently 50 bucks on the eShop, but you can pick it up on sale right now. Like I said, I got mine for 20 bucks. So it's a really good game that you can get really cheap right now, and then get the free Switch 2 upgrade. Now with Red Dead, like I said, I picked up the physical version, so I've got this locked in for a review. So this one's going to be coming. You guys will see a review sometime next week for it. But you know what else you could do right now, not only in the month of December, and that's hit the subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. These videos take a lot of time and research to put together, especially when I go to edit all this fun stuff together. But yeah, these videos just take a lot of time, so any support on this is appreciated, and it's absolutely free to stick around and get more Nintendo Switch 2 content out of me. So definitely would appreciate it. Moving on, this one I'm very excited about. It's Assassin's Creed Shadows coming to the Nintendo Switch 2, and this game looks absolutely fantastic from everything that we've seen from the trailers thus far. And then Ubisoft actually did a deep dive on this game, talking about how it will be performing. They did say that they had to cut back some of the NPCs that were just walking around the location, but the graphical fidelity is still there. They're targeting 30 frames per second docked and handheld, which I think is totally fine for this game as long as it looks good and plays good, just like Star Wars Outlaws does. I'm very keen on picking this one up. They did say also that it will support touch controls for the handheld play, for doing things like controlling the map and things of that nature, which is really nice. Now this one is coming in at $60, and it's going to be a key card release. So if you want the full physical, you're still going to have to download the game. Just something to know. This is another one that like I pushed off because I had a feeling it would come to the Switch 2, so I have not played this on other platforms. It is worth noting that this game does have cross progressions. You can transfer your save from another platform to the Switch 2 version, which is really exciting. But for me personally, I've been waiting for this game a long time. I really like the Assassin's Creed games that are already on the Switch, so I'm assuming this one will look and perform just as good as those do. So I'm going to put this in the must-play category for me personally. I will be covering this in a review. And Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming out on December 2nd, same day as Red Dead Redemption. Now moving on, we have Sonic Racing Crossworlds. This already released on Switch 1, but the Switch 2 version is coming out. Now, the Switch 2 version is coming out on December 4th for a $10 upgrade. So you can upgrade the game if you already have it. I'm imagining it's going to be $70 digital for the Switch 2 version. However, something to note is it is currently on sale for the Black Friday sale on the eShop for the deluxe edition. So you can pick up the deluxe edition right now for $55 and have all the DLC, and then you just have to pay the $10 upgrade fee. That's what I'm doing personally for this game. I'm grabbing it while it's on sale and while I can get all the DLC for a severely discounted price, and then I'm going to upgrade it. So for me, I'm locking this in for a review. I'm going to be covering this game. I really enjoyed what I played of it in the Switch 1 demo, so I'm very keen to play this on the Switch 2 and see what it looks like. The next one is probably my most anticipated game of December, and that's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Gosh, I'm so excited. Earlier this year, I played Metroid Prime Remastered for the very first time, and I had such a good time with it. I absolutely could not put that game down. So I'm so excited to hop into Metroid Prime 4 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, this is also coming out on the Nintendo Switch 1 on December 4th. There is a $10 upgrade if you get the Switch 1 version. You want to play the Switch 2 version later on. This is not a keycard. It is a full physical release. It is coming in at $60 on the Nintendo Switch and $70 on the Nintendo Switch 2. Absolutely looks beautiful, and all the gameplay trailers that I've seen have me incredibly hyped to hop into this game. They've already done some previews for this game. People have been able to get hands-on with it, and I've heard a lot of good things about this game. I'm just very much looking forward to Metroid Prime 4. I cannot wait to go hands-on. I don't know if I'm going to do a review or like an impressions video for it, or if I'm going to play through the whole thing and then review it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but this is a must-play game for me personally. Octopath Traveler 0 is also coming out on December 4th. The first couple days of December are absolutely packed with games. This game looks fantastic. Awesome 2D art style. It's got that fun Octopath RPG style gameplay, and there's even like a city building element. The demo is available right now, so you can hop in and play the demo, give it a try, and your demo progress will transfer over to the main game. Now, something to note with this game is it is $50 regardless of if you buy it on the Switch 1 or the Switch 2, and it is a keycard release on the Switch 2. But something to note is that there's no upgrade path currently available for this game, so make sure you buy it on the appropriate platform, because there are some limitations for this game playing it on the Switch 1 versus the Switch 2. For me personally, while I do think this game looks fantastic and I am keen to play it eventually, there are so many games coming out in the month of December that I just don't know that I'll have time to deep dive a game that will be as rich with content and as long to play as something like Octopath. So for me, as it sits right now, and with 2 other games dropping on that day, I'm gonna wait for this one. I'm gonna wait to pick this one up a little bit later down the road. So yeah, as much as I want to play it, I don't know that I'll have the time to play it. Moving on, we have Nightmare the Lunatic, another game coming out on the 4th, and this one is an eShop game only. It kind of looks like similar to like a Metroidvania style game, maybe a roguelite mixed in there. It looks really cool. I really like the art style. It looks like you'll have different weapon types that you'll be able to go on these different runs with. This one's coming in at $17, and I think it looks really good. I think it looks actually fantastic, but like I said, it's coming out on December 4th, where there's 2 other games, and 2 days before that, 2 other games are coming out, and 3 days before that, Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming out. So for me, I'm going to put it in the waiting on a sale category. I think this game looks fantastic. I think it looks like a lot of fun, but like I said, it's just a packed schedule for this particular game's release window, and that just kind of puts me on the fence with picking it up on day 1. Moving on, we have Nicktoons and the Dice of Destiny. This kind of looks like almost a Diablo Hades mashup style, a game featuring a lot of Nickelodeon characters. It's got a very interesting art style, and this one's dropping on December 5th, coming in at $50, and the physical version will be a keycard. This definitely looks like something that would be cool, but not something that I'm super keen on playing personally. Maybe if I got a review code for it, I'd check it out and review it on the channel, but for me personally, with how many games are coming out, this one just doesn't really do anything particularly special for me. I definitely think it'll be popular with kids, but for me, I'm just not super interested in it. Next up, we have Skate Story, which is coming from Devolver Digital. This one's coming out on December 8th. It's coming in at $20, and it's really interesting. It looks like it'll play similarly to how Skate does. But this is like, you're playing as a demon who skateboards, and you're going through this story and skating through the underworld and doing a lot of tricks. And it looks very cool. And for 20 bucks, I'm very keen to maybe pick this one up and talk about it here on the channel. I'm going to put it in the waiting category personally, because I think it looks really awesome. I think the art style and the direction of this game looks really, really cool, but I don't know 100% certain that I'm going to pick it up. So I'll put it in the waiting category for the time being, but I think it looks sick. Next up, Farming Simulator Signature Edition coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. This looks like it could be a lot of fun, especially if they have mouse control support. very, very cool prospect for this game because I feel like Farming Simulator plays really well on PC, so having the ability to use the mouse controls on the Switch 2 would be really awesome for this game. Now, the thing I'll say about this game is it is a key card release. Coming out on December 9th, it is going to be $60. I believe the eShop version is on sale currently for $54, so you can pick this up on sale early if this is a game that interests you. But yeah, for the full physical, it's going to be a key card release, and honestly, you know, there's a huge market for Farming Simulator fans. Like, there's a bunch of people that just absolutely love the series. For me personally, maybe I'll pick it up on sale. I'm not super keen on Farming Simulator. It's another one where, like, I'd review it if I got a review code for it, but it's not one that I'm going out of my way to pick up. Next up, we have Ultimate Sheep Raccoon, which this game looks absolutely crazy. Coming in on December 9th as well. This one is $20 on the eShop, coming for the Switch 1 and the Switch 2, and it looks like this like goofy racing party game where you and 8 other people can get together and race with these like cute little animals on these bikes, and you're going through and there's like power-ups and stuff that you could do. You're like blowing each other up. It looks interesting. For me personally though, I'm gonna put it in the not interested category. It's just not a game that I'm keen on picking up personally. It looks cool, but I mean, it reminds me a lot of Fun Run, which was a game on mobile that I played a lot back in high school with friends. So that's what the vibe it gives me. It looks like it could be a good time, but not something I'm super keen on grabbing. Pokemon Legends ZA is getting its DLC in December. Now, this is really exciting as well. This one's coming in on December 10th. Able to pick this up for $30 for Pokemon Legends ZA. Now, for me personally, this is a must-play simply because of the fact that I love Pokemon Legends ZA. I think it's really awesome. This DLC looks like it's a lot of fun. It's going to be like a roguelike from the look of things, where you're like going into the Mega Dimension and you're battling these like overpowered Pokemon. It looks like it'll be a really good time and something that I'm quite interested in participating in. I've already got it pre-ordered personally, so for me, it's going in the must-play category. I'm really excited to dive into the DLC for this game. But it is $30 if you haven't already pre-ordered. It's available right now. Definitely something, if you liked ZA, to have your eye on. Next up is Unto Deepest Depths. Now, this is a new indie game that's coming out on the 11th of December, $7 on the eShop, and this one actually looks really cool. It is this like Final Fantasy style combat system in a very old school retro kind of art style and like gameplay structure that just looks like it'll be a lot of fun. It looks like it has roguelike elements where you're training up the different characters and you're going through, you're hiring more people to go on these runs with. It looks like a great time, and I will say that I'm locking this in for review. I've actually been in contact with the developer, so I will be reviewing this game on the channel here. Mainly because, like I said, it looks like Fire Emblem, and I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, and it looks like it's going to be an absolute treat to play. I'm very, very excited to review that one and talk to you guys about that. Next up is one that I've talked about the last 2 months, and it just keeps getting delayed, and that's Terminator 2D No Fate. Now, this is... Originally, I talked about it coming out in October, then it got delayed to November, and I talked about it then, and now it's finally supposed to be coming out here in December. So, this one is a old school arcade looking take on the Terminator 2 story, which is really cool. That's my favorite Terminator movie. Just looks fantastic as far as art direction goes. Now, this one is coming out on the 12th of December for $30 on the eShop. However, there is a physical version that is coming out for $60, so you can pick this game up physically if that is something that interests you. But yeah, it looks really, really interesting. I think it looks really good, and it's something that I'm gonna put in the waiting category. I don't know 100% that I'm gonna pick it up day one, but it looks like something that I would really enjoy playing. So for me, I'm gonna go in the waiting category. Next up, I have Rogue Prince of Persia, finally making its way over to the Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch 2. This game looks sick. It's a roguelike Prince of Persia game. The gameplay looks fantastic. The art style looks really good. Everything about this game has me very excited. Now, this is coming out on the 16th of December, coming in as a keycard release physically. It is $30 on the eShop if you want to pick it up. Like I said, everything about this game looks awesome. I'm a huge fan of roguelikes, so for me, I'm locking it in for review. I really am looking forward to talking about that game here on the channel and playing it for you guys, so that way you can figure out if this game is worth picking up for you. Next up is an interesting one. I found it as I was scrolling the eShop to see what the releases look like. It's called Oppidum, and it is like the survival crafting game. It really gave me like Enshrouded vibes, and I thought it looked really good, which is why I decided to include it here on this list. Now, this one's coming in on the 18th of December for $30 on the eShop, and I think it looks sick. I think it looks really, really good. So for me personally, I'm gonna put it in the waiting category. I think it looks really cool. I would love to maybe reach out to the devs and see if I can't get a review code for that one, because it looks like it's gonna be an absolute treat of a game. So I'm gonna put it in the waiting category. I think it looks really cool. Finally, the last game here that we're going to talk about is Layers of Fear Masterpiece Edition is coming over to the Nintendo Switch 2 from Blooper Team, which is super exciting. I already played Chronos the New Dawn from Blooper Team earlier this year and talked about that on the Nintendo Switch 2, and I absolutely love that game. It's in like my top 3 games of the year. I absolutely loved that game on the Nintendo Switch 2. So I'm a huge fan of Blooper in general, so them bringing over more games that are made for the Switch 2, I'm all here for. So for me, I'm going to throw this in the must play. I'm going to pick this up. It's coming in on the 19th on the eShop for $40. Handful of Layers of Fear games there to dive in and play. So I'm very keen to pick that one up personally. So that is my list of all the games that I think are worth buying in the month of December. Now, like I said with this list, not everything is something I'm interested in. That doesn't mean it's not worth buying. I think these are still games that are worth checking out from the list of stuff that's coming out, but not everything's going to cater to me personally. So let me know in the comments below, do you agree with my list? Is there something that you're looking forward to? Like maybe there's somebody out there that's more interested in Nicktoons than I am. So let me know all of that in the comments below. But like I said, that is going to be it. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe because that helps me out, helps the video out, helps the channel out immensely. But until next time, peace.